Sorry.
Okay, so 25,000 was below average.
Yeah.
Or average because it was A. So 25,000 was A, and then 30,000 was A. No, 27.
Was there an S rank?
No, there's master and then grandmaster.
Oh yeah,
That's
master.
it. So
and
A
grandmaster,
and then
that's right.
AA and then AA plus and then master and then grandmaster. That's it.
Nice, nice.
Vanilla. That was vanilla. That was A. So
on average, how many points would you gain for a win?
it depends how much your opponent, how much BP your opponent has.
Oh yeah,
That affects it too.
that's right.
Let's say if you beat a
Just
master,
like, yeah.
the max you can get is 200.
Oh shit.
The max you can get is 200. If you
Yeah.
beat like the same level of players.
So you were just beating so many higher rank people when you were playing?
No.
When we got
in the beginning, before 15,000, no matter who you beat, you get points. You get at least 50 points or 200 points.
Oh.
So I wasn't beating any. I was beating people with no cards or with cards.
Oh, and you just.
So in the beginning it was easy. So I was like, oh shit, this is easy.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if I can get to like Kuma's level 50,000, right?
That's it.
So every day whenever I have time,
Yeah.
I go play and collect points and practice my Japanese with Masu. His real name is Shino.
Shino, okay.
Okay,
Sweet.
so I was like, yeah, it was good. So he introduced me to friends. So he was my first friend. The second, this kid was 16 and he introduced me to him. He was actually one of the best Rufus players in Japan.
Really?
His gamer tag is Kiristo. That means Jesus in
Yeah.
English. But yeah, he doesn't play anymore now, I don't think.
Okay.
But if you search him on YouTube, you can find him. He's like 100,000 BP or some shit.
Wow.
A lot of BP. But in vanilla, he was at my level when we started.
Yeah.
It was me, Kiristo, Shino, and then I'm sure you guys know Naruto.
Naruto, yeah. He's a evil Ryu, right?
Yes. He was a high school kid.
Yeah.
I think he was 16 or something. He was always at the arcade with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
His girlfriend would just sit there and watches him play for like hours. We're talking about hours. Not 1 hour, 2 hours, like 5 to 6 hours.
Wow.
And then we always played against each other and I beat him every time. He uses Ken. Back then I was using Ryu, he was using Ken. And after that, somehow he got into our group and then we all knew each other.
Nice.
And basically these were my 3 best friends in Japan.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and then we just start playing. And then I don't know when, but Naruto changed to Ryu. And then we share info and stuff.
Oh, wow, okay. And now he mains evil Ryu.
He still means Ryu.
Oh, does he? Okay, I see him play evil Ryu all the time.
He prefers evil Ryu.
Nice.
Anyway, so that was how I got into Street Fighter.
Wow, that is freaking crazy. So, did you make your friend proud though with all the BP you made after he bought you the card? Like
he was like, because he had only 20,000.
Oh, so
one
you
day I
passed
got 9,000. One day I got 9,000, and the second day I was at like 16,000 already.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now, how much do those cards cost though? Just curious, because if a game costs you 100 yen.
The average price is 500 yen, which is like $5 to $6. But then there's some arcades, some like shady looking arcades. It's probably like 300 yen. So those are the places where we go to get the cards.
Okay, that's just like 3 games.
Yeah, but that's a lot.
Yeah.
For an international student.
Because all you went in there was with $5 every day. Like I'm gonna play as much as I can.
The most I played a day was $30.
Really?
I almost cried.
Really?
I was like, oh my god, that was like out of my budget already.
Shit.
Yeah, that was bad. Now I'm gonna cry.
the old air.
Yeah, but usually I try to limit myself to 1,000 yen, which is like 10 games.
10 games, yeah.
Max.
That's good.
Sometimes I play a game. If I lose, I'll just take a break, watch.
Well, now if you go for $10, you can play 20 games, right? But I mean, if you win, you keep playing, right? So that's like that's good. Like, $10, you can do quite a lot of games. You can sit there for a few hours.
So that's it. In the beginning, I just try to observe a lot because I realized this game is really matchup based.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, but there were. So I just talk about my Ryu got to like 25,000 max, but I couldn't beat these Saga players. They're at like 60,000.
This is vanilla
Saga. Grandmaster and stuff. I was like, it's just pissing me off. I was like, I just die in like one combo and stuff, right? So I was like, okay, when I use Bison, I can win.
Yeah.
Not against Grandmasters, but like against Saga players.
Yeah.
All the bad matchups that Ryu were facing, I could win with Bison. And I got to my Bison. My Bison can get up to like 28,000 BP. So I was kind of maining both.
Wow.
So whenever I lose to this guy, I was like, okay, fuck you, I'm gonna use my bison now.
Yeah.
Eat this. Then I win.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like that.
It's matchup based.
Right, but at one point I just felt like I betrayed myself with something. I was like, okay, I have to use Ryu.
You have to use Ryu.
No,
you feel like that too. It's kind of
I was like,
I feel the same way. It's kind of like if I can't beat someone with my main character, but if I counterpick them, like you'll win the match, but you're still salty on the inside. You're like, fuck, I only want.
Not just that, like I just want to use the main character.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I'm cheating on Ryu. I would go back, but I can't win until this one day at Pasopia. This Ryu, this orange Ryu. 55 winning streak.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? No, not Daigo.
Yeah.
Somebody would probably know. He actually attended EVO in 2009. He's called Dan. Dan from Japan. That's what everyone calls him.
Dan from Japan, okay.
He's Daigo's buddy.
Oh, wow.
He's probably in his 35 or 40. He looks extremely old. So he comes with his suit and then he plays.
Some business suit looking guy.
Everyone in the arcade, even Kuma was like getting ass kicked.
Wow.
Everyone, he was beating everyone. He's not a regular from our arcade, of course.
Okay, yeah.
But all the regular top players. Okay, the players that in our arcade was like. Now they're probably not as famous, but people that you guys would probably still know would be. Not Kuma. Kuma is like he's out of date.
Yeah.
Sankitan. He's the Senki player. He's
Sankitan. Yes.
He's from the arcade. Nice. Well, he's also one of my very first friend too. He's like one of my first 10 friends maybe.
Yeah.
Because he's a staff at Pasopia.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah. Because I was like, I recognize this guy. I was like, oh, he wipes the stick and shit, right? Like, he cleans up. But then nighttime, he's a monster.
Yeah.
He wipes everyone with
he's got his identity.
Yes. I was like, oh, that is him. Then,
when he takes off his work clothes,
but he's very friendly. So whenever he recognizes me, he's like, hey, hi, what's up?
That's awesome.
Like that,
is he still there or no?
No, I think he works at some office or something.
Oh, okay.
But they still live in the same area.
That's awesome.
But like the regulars, they all know that I'm a foreigner.
Yeah.
So they all try to be very nice to me.
That's awesome.
That's good, and I improved my Japanese extremely fast within those months in the arcade.
Wow.
Like I can speak the language, no problem.
Wow.
Even though I can't speak fluently, but I can understand almost everything they say.
Yeah.
It really helped, and my Street Fighter skills improved a lot.
That's awesome.
But then my wallet was
dying.
Bad.
Well, that's how he improved.
But then it was worth it, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was at the end. I think you just had a lot of fun. It was a good experience for you. So.
And back to the dance Japan, I was like, whoa, this guy's killing everyone.
Yeah.
And then he's killing this Dalsum that I also really hate. Not Mazuo, because Mazuo is my homie now. I was like, okay, we're cool. I'm cool with your Dalsum. But this other guy...
you can kick my ass.
Yeah, the other guy, he had like a 44,000 BP Dalsum. That was like beating everyone, okay, whenever he goes to the arcade. But Dan was beating him.
Really?
Bad. I was like, wow, how can he do that? So I...
Probably observed him a lot.
Right, so I just stood behind him for like 3 hours. Watch. His total win streak was like 80 something. I stood there for the whole night watching him play.
Who finally took him up?
I think it was
Alright guys, sorry for the jump cut there. So we ended off where Dan from Japan, who ended off his streak.
I think it was actually Kuma who ended it, finally.
Kuma, the
Bison player.
The Bison player.
I think he challenged him like at least $40 or something, and he finally...
Really? Was that his first time playing when you walked in?
What do you mean?
Like did he walk into the arcade? $40.
No, because when I was there, I heard that Kuma was already challenging Dan for the longest time. Because not a lot of people, you know, in Japan, when these weaker players, they see high BP players, they're afraid to challenge them. So nobody was really challenging. It was always the same players.
Yeah. Okay, one thing about Japanese people, just very curious about first, is are they the type to always go out and challenge people, like to not like a money match, but kind of like a grudge match sort of thing? Like, is that kind of stuff common in Japan? Like, just kind of like, you know, who's the best Ryu or who's the best this? You know, let's go. Let's have a set. They don't really do that kind of
They
stuff?
don't really talk. They just put in money and play. But I
Okay.
think they're just competitive. They just don't like losing like I am. So
Oh.
they just keep playing. It's like, oh, I want to beat this guy.
Now,
That's it.
they don't really show their emotions as much,
No.
you don't think? No, they're just like...
Some do.
Some do.
Some
okay.
players they do.
That's really good to know. So, we're going to end it off there. Off of Dan from Japan, who actually did... What did he place in EVO?
I don't think he plays very well.
He didn't place very well.
But yeah. Anyway, so after watching his gameplay,
Yeah.
that's basically how I started copying how he plays, and my win streak did increase by a lot in my gameplay. But like how he plays was very lame, and he had a lot of time overs, especially against a Dhalsim.
That was vanilla Ryu, though.
Right, but that's how I realized that I'm playing the character wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, so I
I'm doing this
understand
the
that
wrong
like
whole
I'm
time.
just giving away my game
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time when I'm having a lead or something. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, then I start to understand.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's basically it. And that's it for this topic.
Of ABC, AirBehr Chats.
So next one we'll be talking about how I played more competitively, and
What
in
gave
tournaments.
you? Yeah, what gave you the drive to be competitive? Because I'm actually very interested in that too. To see like, you know, from making you play this game casually and kind of like the only game you had the choice of playing because
Yes.
you know it's the most popular and it's the one where you can make the most friends, right? And for you to make that big jump, because I know you kind of started to really take this game seriously and really try and be like one of the best Ryus, if not the best Ryu out there. So
yeah, next episode.
next episode of AirBehr Chats, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know if you guys enjoyed this and like how interesting this little set was for you guys to watch. So next episode we're gonna kind of dive deeper into Air's competitive life with Street Fighter, because I'm actually really interested. So anyways, guys,
See you guys next time.
see you soon.
Bye bye.